Fall is in the air at Hobby Lobby, and if you haven't been there recently, I highly recommend you go. There are so many options to choose from for crafting, florals, all the things. My favorite time of year at Hobby Lobby and just in general. So let's jump into today's video where we're going to be using wooden pumpkins that are unfinished, and we're going to be decorating them 5 different ways. So for this project, we're going to start out with our wooden pumpkin and some scrapbook paper. This is some scrapbook paper that I've had on hand for a really long time. It's just all coordinating blue papers. So I went ahead and picked out some blue papers that I liked, that I thought went together. Then I'm going to use my ruler and I'm just going to measure in between the slats of the pumpkin. And then on my scrapbook paper, I'm going to measure that same length, make a mark with my pen, and then using my paper cutter, I am just going to run it through the marks that I have. So when you put it in the paper cutter, you want the very middle to go through the line that you drew on the paper. Once I have that done, I'm going to go ahead and cut out all the pieces. Once all of our pieces are cut out, I'm just going to lay them onto our pumpkin. And just to note here for a second, the middle slat is bigger than the 2 on either side of it. So when you go to cut your paper, don't cut them all the same size because they are not all the same size. So it's really important to measure. So once I get all the papers the way that I like them, I'm just going to go ahead and glue them on. I'm using a glue stick for this project. You could use any glue of your choice. I'm just going to go ahead, put it on the back of my paper, and then make sure that it sticks really well onto my wood. My glue stick worked really well for this project, but if you don't want to do that, then go ahead and use some Mod Podge or some spray adhesive. I also went ahead and covered it later with a spray to make sure that my paper was stuck on there really well. So I'm going to go ahead, repeat this process for all of the slats, and then once I have all the paper glued on, I'm going to use an X-Acto knife. This is kind of one of those blade cutters. This one probably needs to be replaced because I had a little bit of difficulty, but a regular X-Acto knife would work just fine. So once you have all of the pieces taken off, you're going to use some kind of sanding. I like to use a sanding block from Dollar Tree. We're going to go in a downward motion, and this will give us a very clean looks on the edge. In the inside there, I'm using this one because I didn't have a piece of sandpaper, but a finger sander or a nail file will get that really tiny edge really well. So I'm going to use this ribbon. It's kind of like a jute twine ribbon I got at Dollar Tree, and I wanted to make sure that those areas where they were slats is more defined. So I'm just going to go ahead, take my ribbon and some hot glue, and I'm going to glue down the ribbon in between each piece of paper like the slat would be. Once I have that all glued on, then I'm going to go ahead and take some paper for the top of the pumpkin. You could paint this instead if you don't want to use paper, but I just used some scraps from leftover from what we had put on the pumpkin. And then I'm going to just use my glue stick again, and we're going to glue the top on there. Once I have the paper glued on, we're going to do the same process by using our sander and just getting any excess pieces off. Same idea as we did for the full pumpkin. And then once that is done, I'm going to take this pre-made bow from Dollar Tree. We're going to stick it up at the top, and that is it for this project. Super simple. Let me know if you're going to recreate this one. So this project's going to be a little bit of a controversial project because we're using a little golden book. This is an actual oversized one. It was in the discard pile at our public library, and so I don't feel guilty at all for using this in a craft project because it was on its way to the trash. So I am excited that I get to repurpose this. So Frozen 2 is one of my favorite Disney movies. It is my favorite Frozen movie, and I love it because it is kind of a fall movie, and there there are not very many fall movies out there. So I just really liked the colors, and I really just like the storyline of this one. So we're going to be using the back pages of this for our pumpkin, and we're going to be doing something similar to the scrapbook pumpkin. Again, you're going to want to measure, and then you're going to want to mark on your paper, and then using your paper cutter, you're going to make sure the line that you marked on your paper or book page is right in the middle where you're going to send the cutter down. That will give you the most precise cutting for each piece of the slat. So once I have all the pieces done, I have kind of a surprise for you guys for this one. So we're using the fall pieces on the 2 outer planks, and then the inside plank in the middle, we're going to use the cover page of the book that says Frozen and has the characters on it. So I was really inspired by some coloring pages that I've been seeing on TikTok where it's a movie strip, and on the sides it's like black and gray, and then in the middle they have like the movie poster kind of popping out. And so that was the inspiration for this. We're going to go ahead and have the sides be kind of our fall, and then in the middle we have our movie kind of poster popping out. So doing the same technique, we're taking our sanding block, we're going to go around, get all of the excess pieces sanded off, and then once we have that done, we're going to add some embellishments. So I'm using these half beads that I got from Amazon. I will link them down in the description box. They are unfinished wood, and I decided to go ahead and leave them unfinished because I really want the book pages to kind of be the star of the show here. So this is a tad bit time consuming, but not at all hard. All we're going to do is go down where the plank pieces are, covering those with our half wooden beads, and we're going to do that for each one of the plank sides. So once we have all of our little beads on, we're ready to kind of decorate the top. I decided to go ahead and add a few more beads at the top of the pumpkin stem. Most of them get covered up, but I think it is nice once we get our bow on. So we're making a messy bow here, and we're just going to be using various pieces of ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree, and we're just crisscrossing them if you've ever made a messy bow. So I'm just using a piece of fabric here. We're going to tie it really tight in the middle. These are pretty hefty ribbons, so you're going to want to kind of fluff them out, but I really loved the one on top, which is some burlap with some leaves, which really kind of, I thought, tied into the book cover. So once we get it all fluffed out, we're just going to add some hot glue, and we're going to glue it up to the top, and that is it. This is my favorite project of the day. Let me know what you guys think, and if you would be willing to recreate this for yourself. We're going to take some brown paint that I had on hand. We're going to go ahead and paint our whole pumpkin. The reason we're going to do that is because the ribbon that I chose to put in between the planks here is kind of sheer, and so I didn't want to see the unfinished wood part coming through. So we're going to go ahead, take our ribbon strips. They almost fit perfectly in between the planks, except for the middle plank, like I mentioned before, is a little bit wider than the other 2 planks. So when you glue your ribbon in between, in that middle one, there is some of the wooden pumpkin showing. So in order to fix that, I decided to take this kind of velvety ribbon that I got from Dollar Tree a couple years ago. Pretty sure they still have it there. And we're going to take our hot glue, and we're going to just go in between each piece of the ribbon with our velvet ribbon, and we're going to lay a piece down to kind of mimic the plank look. You're going to go for each one of the planks. Now they also sell a navy and an orange color, so you could alternate them or pick a different color of the same ribbon. I just thought the sage kind of went nicely with the brown tones. So once we have the ribbon glued on, then we're going to go ahead doing the same kind of technique. We're going to take some scissors, and we're going to cut off any of the excess ribbon pieces. Once you get all of your ribbon cut off, we're going to go ahead and make another messy bow using some of the same ribbons that I had in the project, as well as the satin ribbon. We're just going to crisscross them, and then using the satin ribbon that's a little bit longer, we'll go ahead, tie that off in the middle, and then we're going to fluff out our bow. You can also dovetail the ends of these if you want to make it a little bit more fancy. I went for a more rustic look. So once we have the bow on, we're going to take some florals. These all came from Dollar Tree. They are leftover from last year. And I'm just going to add some hot glue to the bottom of our pumpkin. And then I'm just going to add in some leaves and a pumpkin for kind of the main centerpiece part. And I'm just going to keep adding until I like what I see. And then that is it for this one. I really like how this turned out, and I really like the colors of this one. Now this one's kind of unconventional, but we're going to take our wooden pumpkin again, and then I also got these baking cups from Hobby Lobby in their kind of baking area. They are fall themed, and all I did was take the baking cup, smash it down and kind of smooth it out, and then I'm using my glue stick, and I'm just going to put glue on the back and put it onto my pumpkin. We're kind of decoupaging here, so you're going to want to overlap here and there to make sure that you cover all of the pumpkin and any unfinished wood. So once we have that done and it's dry, we're going to take our sanding block and go around again and get any of the excess baking cups to come off. These are really thin, so using the sanding block, it comes off really easy. You could use a nail file here as well, and that would be really kind of good to get into the little crevices. So once you get all the pieces off, I took another pre-made bow that I had from Dollar Tree. This one's kind of a coordinating color, and so I glued that up at the top, and then I took these wooden words that also came from Hobby Lobby, and we're going to go ahead and take Thankful, putting some hot glue on there. We're going to go ahead, add that kind of to the bottom of the pumpkin, and that is it for this one. Super easy, super adorable. Let me know if you'd be willing to try this one out. Project, we're going to use some fabric, and I just had this fabric left over, but we're going to go ahead and cover the entire front of the pumpkin. You could also do the back of the pumpkin here if you wanted to, because the back does not have the slats. So once I get the fabric cut out to the desired shape, I'm okay with it not covering the entire back, but if you want to add something to the back of it to give it a more finished look, you could. So I'm going to tack it down with my glue, and then I'm going to go around with my scissors and cut off any of the excess fabric. Once I have that done, I'm going to add a few embellishments to the bottom, just using some leftover florals I had on hand from Dollar Tree from last year. I'm using hot glue, and we're just going to add them there. I like to take the leaves, cut them in half, and then add them to the side of the flower. I feel like you get a more leaf look that way, and it kind of stretches your florals a little bit. Once I get all the florals on that I like, then we're ready to kind of decorate the inside of our pumpkin. So we're going to use another one of these pre-made bows. If you're not a bow person, or if you are a limited time crafter, they save you so much time, and they have such cute ones, and I'm pretty sure I saw them again this year at Dollar Tree. So we're going to go ahead, add that to the top, and then I took another one of those wooden words, and this time we're going to use Grateful. We're going to be putting that to the left side, and then I got these really cute silverware holders also in the baking area. We're going to add one of those to the right hand side, and that is going to be a place for you to put any kind of grateful notes or things that you're grateful for throughout the season. It will hold an index card, so if you're thinking about the size of the card you want to put in there, it will hold that. And that is it for this one. Let me know what you guys think, and are you going to recreate this project? have another video right here on the screen with Hobby Lobby unfinished wood items. If that is something you're into, click on that now and I'll see you over there. Bye friends!